Tadashi. When you're ready, go ahead.
All right. So what is an indie horror game? I think the best way to explain that to anyone that isn't quite sure is to just break down each three words by themselves. An indie is something independently made by either one person or a small group of people. So most of us know that in indie music. You've got indie bands, you have indie singers. There's also indie movies, and all that is it's just lower budget, or it's a budget raised by a smaller group of people, and then they release it to the world by themselves. And I don't know. Horror is horror. It's scary. It's meant to unease you. It's meant to get under your skin, and that's what I like about that. And in indie games, then, which a game is, it's a game. It's something you play. It's either a board game, it's a video game, it's a game like a sport that you would play with friends. You go outside, play tag. That's a game. A game is something where you interact with it. So when I think of indie horror games, I think of something that is independently made, that gets under your skin, and that you experience. So because of that, it's something that's a little bit different than an indie horror movie where you watch and you're there experiencing it, but you're not the one making the interactions. And when I think of indie horror games, most things that come up to mind is Outlast, that was independently made. Amnesia, that was independently made. And of course, Five Nights at Freddy's, which most people kind of know now, which was made by one dude, and then he made another 3 in the span of like a year, which is ridiculous. But those aren't the ones I want to talk about. I want to talk about something a little bit different. I want to talk about games that are made using a specific engine known as RPG Maker, which for the most part is meant to make games like Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest by one person. Just a simple, happy, kill the dragon, save the princess, get the 4 orbs, something like that. But that's not what I like about this. It's because of how simple it is, it really shows the story of something that's more horrific. So the first game I want to talk about then is Misao. And this game, its story is very simple. It's not as intense as some of the other ones I'm going to talk about. It's just about a high school and a girl going missing, and it's your job to find the girl and see where she went or how she disappeared. It's dark, it's a horror game, and the story that progresses as you go through and as you discover more about the world, the more you realize that it wasn't as simple as finding a missing girl as much as it was trying to figure out how she died and why she did. And my experience with this game was it was interesting. I played it for my channel, which most of the other stuff I'm going to talk about is. And when I did, it was scary because this one, unlike the rest of the games I'm going to talk about, has a lot of jump scares. And those aren't fun. And I don't, despite the fact that I like this game, I wish it didn't have the jump scares because that dulls the experience because eventually you become immune and then it's not as scary. The second game, however, Eve, which I played with my friend, had less jump scares. This one was all about the story. This was about a little girl lost in a museum that changed, and she got sucked into a painting, basically. But not like Mario, wasn't happy. That was not fun. She got sucked into this painting, and it was her job to try and find a way out and not be consumed and stuck in this world filled with the paintings and the monsters and stuff that were trying to come after her. And as she was on that, she met somebody who helped guide her through it. And my experience with this was me and my friend here went through this. So we had the experience of going off of each other, and he does not like horror games at all. And this really got to him, but not in a way where he freaked out and just didn't want to play anymore. The story was able to get under his skin, and that's why I like this game. And the last game, oh, I have my cards, no. And the last game I want to talk about is Corpse Party. And this is the one that I have the most experience with. So this game was originally made by a very small group. They made it on RPG Maker. And then it blew up overseas, and then it came here and it blew up as well, to a point where they actually got a deal from a bigger company to make a better version of it, where they took their assets and they were given a little bit of a bigger budget so that they could actually make something that was their vision. And this one, I played twice. The first time I played it alone in a dark room with headphones on, like you should. And the experience of a 5-chapter story where each chapter really gets to you in a way where you lose the characters that you held so dear in the first or the chapter before it, or you try and find a way to make sure that they don't die, is something that gets to you and really creeps you out, especially with the imagery and the gore and the nasty stuff that's in it that just makes you feel uneasy. And then you think about it and you're like, I am playing a game that looks like a Super Nintendo RPG. Why is this getting to me? And it's because they do such a good job of making you feel safe at first until you realize what's going on, and how even though it's happy looking because it's all pixely and happy, it's really the darkest thing you've ever seen. And to end, I put together a little video compilation. Where's the play button? Of me freaking out while I'm playing these. So please enjoy.
Now flashing red. Oh.
There we go.
What just happened? That one. Wasn't that one? Yeah. This morning about a lot. It's not just a silly dream. I think you passed out from stress. Cause I mean, that shit happens when your best buddy,
I missed one.
or some nice friend dolphin turns into an evil version of your lover. Oh, yeah. Oh no! Oh! 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 Stop teasing Dolphy, would you? They're dead. Maybe there's a secret in that room. Hey, maybe if I just walk into this room, all nice like, and press the button. What? I was right? I was right. What? Just leave. What? Why can't I leave? There's a mustache on that wall. I don't want to get close to it. Can we not? Can I don't. What did I do? I just wanted to talk to it. What did I do?
That's my presentation.